This is my Georgia-Oklahoma preview for the Rose Bowl. Oklahoma's obviously got a great offense led by Baker Mayfield, who has been pretty unstoppable this season. I don't see the Dogs really stopping him. Maybe they'll slow him down, but he's definitely going to get his points. The running game doesn't scare me as a Dog fan. I don't see them rushing for 100 yards in this game. I also don't see Baker Mayfield making too many plays outside of the pocket. We just have too much team speed. Roquan Smith will chase him down along with our other linebackers. So Baker doesn't worry me too much getting outside the pocket. Neither does their running game. Their defense, I think, is actually better than most people give them credit for. I think they'll play a good, pretty solid game on defense. Don't think they'll really be able to stop our running game. I think they might be able to slow it down a bit, but I don't think they can stop it. Another thing that is being underestimated in a lot of the videos I've seen, a lot of the analysis, is Jake Fromm and our passing attack. If our offensive coordinator decides to, who's Jim Chaney, if he decides to, tune it up a little bit, if he comes in with a good game plan to the game like he did against Auburn in the SEC championship, I just don't see Oklahoma stopping us, period. We'll be able to throw on them. We'll be able to run on them. Pretty much do whatever we want to do, in my opinion. I don't see Oklahoma stopping us there, even though they do have a pretty good defense. Um, but if we come out with a conservative game plan and we just want to run the ball, run right, run left, run up the middle on first down, second and third down, we don't actually incorporate the pass and do some different things. I think Oklahoma can easily stop that, just like any other team can stop that with has a decent defense. So I think it depends a lot on our game plan and what Jim Chaney and Kirby Smart come up with to go into this game. Our defense, I think our defense is actually a little bit overrated. I say that simply because it seems like we're getting a lot of love from a lot of people, the analysts, and people tend to overhype things and not give enough credit where credit is due. Just like they're underselling Jake Fromm and our passing attack, we're definitely not getting enough credit there. But we're getting too much credit, I think, for our defense. We're not really where we want to be, and Kirby Smart's showing that by the guys he is recruiting for this next season. The guys we've brought in already. You can look and tell we're bringing in big defensive ends, linebackers. Those are the guys that he wants. We really don't have that type of personnel. Although it's not like we've got nothing on the defensive side of the ball. We've got the best linebacker in the nation in Roquan Smith, but we're not where we want to be defensively. So I think we're a bit overrated defensively, but I do think Kirby Smart is a very good coach. I do think he'll come up with some type of game plan to try to slow down Baker Mayfield and maybe force him into a couple of mistakes, because I really don't think that Oklahoma is going to be able to run the ball effectively on us. They might, that they'll come up with some yards here and there, but I don't think they'll be able to run the ball consistently. I think we'll shut down the running attack and make them one dimensional. And anytime you make a team one dimensional, it makes it a lot easier from a defensive perspective, and you can end up shutting them down and getting turnovers that way. So I think some of the keys to the game. Mayfield, obviously, he's an elite college quarterback. I think he might do some things in the pros as well. We'll see. He's got great accuracy. He's got scrambling ability. I've heard, the Russell Wilson comparisons. I don't really think he's a Russell Wilson, though. I think he's got to be more of a Drew Brees, because he just doesn't have the speed of a Russell Wilson. But like I said, he is very accurate, and he's a good leader. So I do think he could succeed in the NFL. He's not quite as tall as some of the NFL analysts would like to see, but he does have the hand size, and he's certainly got the leadership. So I think he could do well there. And you never want to face an elite quarterback. Elite quarterbacks tend to find ways to win games just on their own. and Baker Mayfield is certainly that type of quarterback. Um, that being said, though, I do think Georgia just we just seem to be on a roll this season. Highly motivated team. You've got a very hot team, a very confident team, and everybody hears defense wins championships. And while I said I think we are a bit overrated on the defensive side of the ball, that certainly does not mean that we've got an average defense. I mean, we've still got a very good defense. And so I do think we'll be able to slow down Baker just a little bit, just enough to possibly win in the end. I do think this game is going to be a fourth quarter game. I don't see it being a blowout either way. I'm just going to go ahead and give the homer pick here with the dogs. I think dogs come out on top by something less than a touchdown. Um, but again, keys are Baker Mayfield, dogs defense, and I think coaching is going to be a big part of this game as well. I just think Kirby Smart is an elite coach, along with I don't want to put him with Saban just yet, but I really believe he's right there on that level. He's done nothing to tell me that he's not at this point. He goes into he goes into halftime and makes adjustments coming out of halftime. He has everybody motivated. His teams don't quit. He recruits well. So I really don't see anything he's doing wrong. So I think we've got the defensive aspect. I think we won the coaching battle. And again, Oklahoma's obviously got the quarterback battle there, and Baker Mayfield. Not going to deny that. But I just think Georgia's got a little bit too much as a team, a little bit too much motivation, a little bit too much of a coaching advantage in this one. So I do think dogs win it by a slim margin in a fourth quarter in a very exciting game this year. So it should be a great game. Looking forward to it. Can't wait for January 1st. Go dogs.